Yeah, that's the catchphrase for today.
Catching phrases.
Throwing phrases.
Throwing some phrases out there. I think it takes a second to post on Facebook. But I think
Maker Means live now. We're live now.
We're live now? Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You got to post in the group and everything?
I'm going to do it right now.
Awesome. Hey, everybody.
Okay, hey.
We're a couple minutes late logging in.
Hey, but we're here.
Yay. Uh-oh. I need to make sure this is up. There we go. Cool.
Okay, we posted.
Posted?
Posted.
Ready to rock? Sweet.
Posted and
Hey, everybody.
toasted.
Welcome, welcome.
So welcome, all two of you.
Woo! Peyton's finishing up posting everything, and then we'll start chatting.
Yeah, we know who won, don't we?
So we do. We do know the winner.
Halloween contest.
Gotcha!
Oh,
So yeah, we're voting today. Go vote. Super important. Everybody should go vote. As today is the day of voting. So no matter what your opinions are, they matter. Go vote. Super important.
What's the saying? I disagree with what you say, but I'll defend to the death the right to say it.
The right to say it. Absolutely. I mean, go vote.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. Yeah.
What's the saying?
This is the day. You're in line with polls closed. You get to vote. So do it. Go sign up. And
Exercise your right as a citizen. I can't talk today.
Exercise your right to vote.
To party.
And speaking of voting, what we're talking about today is a Halloween contest. We had 145 people vote.
Whoa.
Which is super awesome. So thank you to all of you that submitted your stuff and voted and everything else. So we're going to talk about that here in a little bit because we're pretty pumped about it. But what about making stuff? Peyton, you've been making anything?
I have, no, I've been making, I think I told you last week, I planned this like little Halloween thing for my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Kind of,
How'd that go?
it went really well. It was very sweet.
With little Freddie Mercury, right?
Yeah, my little girl, she went as Freddie Mercury. Oh man.
She had like the mic and everything so she could like wail and...
She had a mic. She was mostly singing Rockin' Robin. That's her number one. You know, tweedly-deedly-deet.
I don't think
Tweedly-deedly-deet. Tweedly-deedly... Nope. T-Rex in the treetops all day long.
Okay, I do know that song.
Yeah, you do.
Sweet. I mean, that's a perfect Freddie Mercury song. I
Sure.
can imagine he sung that on stage sometime. Like, absolutely.
He might have.
Right?
Yeah. She wouldn't let me put on a glue-on mustache, so I had to draw one on, and it was...
She's like rubbing it off.
It was a little more Charlie Chaplin.
It is kind of, you gotta like, it gets itchy. I mean, real mustaches get itchy. So.
Man, I had a really good fake one. She was not about it, though.
Yeah.
She's teaching me humility, one mustache at a time.
Yeah. No facial hair.
No.
I mean, she doesn't know what she's missing. Facial hair is pretty sweet.
She's like, no, thank you, Mama. No, thank you.
Does Dad have facial hair?
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's used to it then.
She knows about it. I don't know what it is. She does what she wants, and it's called being almost 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you've been on this planet 3 years, and I'm gonna act like I've been on it 3 years. So why not?
Yeah.
Rock it out.
She's like, I know what's up now.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you know pretty much everything you need to know right at 3. I mean, you figured it out.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, she knows that she's in charge, basically.
Yeah. There you go.
That's all she needs to know. She's like wrapped around fingers and everything.
So, I have not been making much except printing. I've been printing all kinds of stuff, doing some long test prints and things like that with the X. So that's the main thing that I've been working on. I haven't been working on any other projects right now. I've been wrapping up all that and getting it all going, which has been pretty fun. We're getting the profiles all locked in place, so we have a high quality profile and a regular quality profile, and then a like fast, like prototyping, low quality profile. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So I'm printing some 2 different cathedrals right now of the Florence Cathedral.
What?
They're like, yeah.
Because
like
you can't
16-hour
go.
plus prints.
Because you can't go. You're just making them for yourself.
Yeah. So they're gonna be like this tall, like when they're all done. So, and then check out and see how they look, and then make some little adjustments, and then print them again, and see how it looks, and compare them. And
are you planning to make a miniature village, like for Christmas?
I guess I could. I could make an entire miniature little Christmas village.
Drew's tour of European churches.
Yeah. Just put them all out in the yard. Yeah. Put some like fake snow around them.
Miniature. Stay 6 feet away. You're not able to see what's going on.
One person at a time can tour the front yard. But that's it. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that.
So Yeah, speaking of things that you can do while social distancing, voting. So voting for our contest in particular, voting online, which is sweet. We had the SurveyMonkey link that was out, and as we mentioned, we had 145 submissions, which is awesome. Thank you to everybody that voted. And the winner, drum roll, Gabriel Mills! CNC.
Gabriel Mills!
Look at this, awesome. Awesome. Jack, and what was her name? I forgot her name. From,
Spinderella?
is it Spinderella?
No.
I don't think it's Spinderella.
I
know it's Jack.
Yeah, it's Jack. It's from Nightmare Before.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah.
That's right.
Jack and anyway, sweet movie, Tim Burton movie, so cool.
Yeah, and that's a really intricate.
Oh yeah,
cut,
to
right?
see how intricate that. Yeah, to see like how it's all cut out. I'm really interested to know if it is a CNC machine or a laser cutter, because it looks like it could be a laser cutter because it's so detailed. But if that's a CNC machine, that's awesome. And also not entirely sure on the scale. It looks like it's small, but it could be really big.
It could be big. I mean,
be big
Gabriel, if you're out there, like, we want to talk to you about this, man.
Yeah, we want to talk to you.
We want to talk to you.
Interview you.
You have
in our maker.
and you have a legion of fans, apparently, Gabriel. Like,
yeah, I know.
you had a
You
vast
were
majority
the winner. Everybody loved that
of the vote.
Gabriel. So, yeah, we're gonna reach out with you because we'd love to talk to you about your project. Because it looks like those could be like 2x6s behind it. That's kind of like up there. So if it's big and it was done with a CNC machine or laser cutter, we want to know how you made it, how you were inspired to make it, where you've been storing it. Hopefully you have it out all year because that's so sweet. It should definitely be out all year. I mean, look, it's so cool.
Can that work for Christmas as well?
It's so cool. I mean, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, that's a good point. I wonder if it could work for Christmas. What's a way that we could have stuff for Christmas and something not be able to work?
Do you think that we could do a contest?
We could do a contest!
What?
What? We're totally doing that. We talked about that.
Her name is Sally. Brad said her name is Sally.
Sally.
Thank you, God, Brad.
Sally. Thanks, Brad.
God,
Yeah,
we are
Sally.
just getting dumber by the minute.
Yeah, I know. We should have known that. It's been a while.
Spending time
I'm gonna
together
watch it again now.
is making us dumber.
So, yeah, we're doing a Christmas contest that is going to be launched this week. So stay tuned for details of that. We're gonna have it open, and I think we're gonna close it in like just a couple days before Christmas, around like.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it open pretty long because we want to see all the contests.
It's gonna be a big one. Yeah.
And we want to talk about them on this as we start getting submissions, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's general like Halloween, so or Halloween,
Christmas.
whatever holiday you want to do. I mean, if you want to make it Valentine's Day, Christmas, why not? No, any sort of holiday that's in the holiday season. Like if you want to do Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or any
or Thanksgiving.
Sort of, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Whatever type of holiday you want to do, it'll be like we're calling it the Christmas contest, but it's like a holiday.
You know what we should do? We should start right now a Happy New Year 2021. Maybe this year will be better.
Yeah, there we go.
Kind of
post-pandemic. I mean, because it can't be worse than 2020, right?
I don't think we should say that out loud. Don't say that.
I shouldn't say that.
But we can hope.
Yeah.
That's what I'm eating for breakfast these days is hope.
Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Hope cereal.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, a New Year, that's a holiday. So you make a New Year one. Yeah, whether you want to do like lawn ornaments or stuff that's in your house, outside your house, in your workshop, at your place of work. We want to see it. We want to see cool stuff. And
So
all
I
it's gotta
actually
be just made. So CNC, 3D printing, or laser cut, or I mean, we could do anything really. Like if you build it out of wood, or if you build it out of whatever material. As long
if you
as
make
you
a
made
house
it,
out of wood with your hands, like
maybe
we
not a
definitely
house.
want to see it.
But yeah, you can totally post it if you've made it yourself with your hands as a project, and it's related to the holidays. We want to see it. Absolutely.
So I actually just got the real details from Sarah.
Sweet.
She says,
Deals.
share your 3DP or CNC-based Christmas projects. We'd love to see what you're making for gifts for others, decor for your home or business, or any other holiday-related projects, really. This contest runs now, today, November 3rd
Right.
through December 21st. That is a long-ass time, y'all.
It is.
Be sure to keep an eye on our blog and social media later today for full contests details and specifics on how to enter. This will be another 100 cash giveaway.
Yeah, $100. Woo! Yeah, so then we'll be posting that in all our groups and pages and everything, pinned it everywhere. So yeah, keep an eye out. And of course, there's also really cool stuff in the marketplace too. So you can post your projects in the marketplace as well, or link to there and find some anything that has to do with the holidays. So yeah, we're super pumped to see some more incredible stuff that y'all make. Because these Halloween submissions, as we saw last week, were fantastic. So
Right,
I can't wait to see these new holiday ones.
There's nothing going on in the world or the country right now, so like, why not focus on Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything important going on right now. Except
I think
this Halloween contest, and then after that, then it's the Christmas contest. So I mean, right?
Thanksgiving is there.
True, Thanksgiving is in there.
You know, and we're looking forward to 2021, but that's it.
Yeah. Let's make some stuff.
All that's out there is holidays. Shout out to Sarah for coming through with the description.
Yes, thank you so much for helping us out with that. So, well, let's talk about some questions. So we posted, and something that we're going to start doing is posting a little question section in the users group. So if you are unable to make it to live, you can post your question in there. So, Peyton, you want to read off one of those questions?
Sure. Okay. Let me find it again, because obviously not where I need to be. Just a moment. Yep. Sing Jeopardy for me.
We planned this out, as you can tell, very well.
Still not finding it, and this is annoying.
Is it pinned to the top?
Is it?
Of the owners group?
That's what I thought. Oh, that's where I need to be, is the owners group.
We'll find it.
You guys.
Well, in the meantime,
forgive me.
We are, an update. We are coming out with a new version of the guide. So our shipping outpaced our new version of the M2. So we built it in a different way to be able to put it together easier and make sure that it's all like lined up. So we did that a little bit differently, and it outpaced the guide. So the new version of that guide, though, is coming out real soon, and I am releasing that. It will be this week, and we're just like finalizing the renderings and the steps and making sure all that's good. And we want to also link that in with stuff that has to do with the frame as well, because we've got a lot of feedback about the frame, and we want to make sure that the frame is all built to specs as well. And really, we want to make it more clear to understand. So we're going to kind of go through that and make sure that it's all going to be posted together. So that's going to be all released at once. Will be a frame update and the new build version. So in the meantime, if you have any questions at all, like, we're here to help. And we're sorry that our shipment just outpaced the guide there. Sometimes it happens, especially in, y'all, it's wild to ship things in the middle of a global pandemic. Like, sometimes it says, oh, it's going to be 2 days, and then it's 3 weeks, and then vice versa happens too. So that's kind of what happened with this. We have like different shipments coming from different places, and we just kind of outpace yourselves. So we appreciate your patience and understanding, and we apologize for making these across, but we're here. We got your back. I got your back. Peyton's got your back. Joel's got your back. Everybody's got your back.
I also wanted to say that you can feel free to join our office hours on Thursdays.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Especially if you have questions about getting started. So go to our Facebook. You're already on our Facebook if you're watching this.
Or if you're on YouTube. Yeah, if you're on YouTube.
Go to our Facebook for the Zoom information. It's also on our product pages and our homepage. Okay, I found the questions. All right, Bill James asks, I have my M2 with 1 millimeter, within 1 millimeter. However, it drops 10 millimeter on the right side going over 300 millimeter and is 15 millimeter to the left on the Y. On the lower 300 millimeter, I've rechecked all my measurements and I'm good. Any ideas what to adjust to fix this? Drew.
So it's slanting. So it's going across and then it's slanting, I guess. So it's going straight and then it kind of starts to move. So if you check, the first thing is checking all your measurements. That's the main thing. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's straight all the way across. Because if it's off by even like a couple millimeters here, it can be weird because your whole thing is like this, like your whole top beam. So you checked all that, which is awesome. So if you're doing your calibration, which it sounds like you're doing the calibration too, what I'm thinking is your baseboard could be bowed. Because wood, and I know this is an amateur or woodworker, it's not flat and it's not always a measurement where it needs to be. So like wasteboards are not perfectly flat. They're probably bowed a little bit. So what I'm guessing is your MDF or your plywood is bowed. So like on mine, I had to put an extra board on the back to like pull it back and flatten it out. So what I'm thinking is maybe as it's going across the side, that bow is actually causing it to slant just a little bit, and that's what's causing that. So if you can put a support board on the back and then screw your wasteboard into it, then that can help to flatten it out and keep it flat. That's what my guess would be. But I'd also say if you want to join the office hours, that's what those are for. So if you join the office hours and you got a webcam, well then like we're troubleshoot with you and get to the bottom of it and figure it out. So Chris is in there, and I'm in there, and Peyton's in there too. So and Joel's in there when you can join as well. So we're all there to try to help you get going. So absolutely, you can join that, and we'll get to the bottom. If that's your wakeboard, or if it's not, we can like try to figure out what that could be, or what weird things going on inside Makerverse, or whatever your issue could be, or whatever your machine control software is too.
Yeah, and Davidson Lewis has the same issue as Bill. So I'm going to comment on this and tell them to hopefully join the Zoom.
Yeah. Totally.
Thursday.
So let's say that we can comment on there. Check the wakeboard and make sure that the back of the wakeboard is bowed. And that'd be the one thing. And then join the Zoom. That Zoom link is pinned to the top of the owners group. So yeah, just join that link if you can. And if not, we'll talk about it in there. And we've talked about some of those issues in there last week too. So we'll talk about some of those and troubleshoot with you and get you going. Because our main goal is to get you making projects. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
Is to get you making cool stuff. So absolutely, that's what we're working on. So.
Well, we're down to 2 viewers and one of them is me. So.
Do we have any questions on YouTube?
Let me check.
5 viewers on YouTube. Looks like.
Okay. Hey YouTube. Sorry to ignore you. I'm just not as used to it. Let me find us.
I think if you click home.
Click home.
It should be like the top video. Yeah, there you go. Sweet.
We've got 1 thumbs up.
Woo, we got a thumbs up.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
Approvals. That's what we want. No
Cool.
comments.
Hey, that's fine. That's totally fine. Everybody
You know
can
what?
watch
Everyone's
and chat.
focused on our Halloween election, and I totally get it.
I know. I mean, and we just announced that Christmas and holiday project. I bet everybody just went to work on their projects right away. I mean, what else are people going to be watching today? Like, it's got to be the contents that we posted. Like, I couldn't think of what else it could be.
Yeah, and Gabriel, look out for $100 in your mailbox.
Yeah.
We're just gonna send it in
We're just gonna send you cash money. So like, watch out. It's coming in the mail.
Yeah.
You don't get it. Sorry, we only sent it once. No, joking. But we do want to talk to you, Gabriel. So if you want to talk to us, that'd be awesome. If not, if you want to just like answer a couple questions through an email or something too, that'd be rad. Because we want to talk about your project and learn more about it and talk to you.
So we've got a major insight from Brad, who is our viewer at this moment.
Hey, Brad.
He said, one of the biggest problems, I think, in lines of viewers for these live events is most people are at work during this time.
That's true.
I'm even at work, sneakily watching you.
That's
LOL.
True. We do this during work.
So we're also at work, and
Yeah.
we kind of thought people were still working at home a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of the main thing. And we talked about doing these more in the evenings. And, we've been brainstorming about, like, different ways. What are some, like, different ways that we can connect with people when they're not working on projects?
What if we were connecting with them on their own time?
On their own time. So, like, how would we be able to do that? Like, we're talking with somebody live. How would we be able to talk with someone on their own time? What would we be able to do?
I don't know. I mean, Brad, would you listen to a podcast if we did one? Since you're our main viewer.
So, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about doing a podcast where we highlight projects and things like that, so then you can listen to us banter on your own time, if you want to.
And we're thinking it might even be more interesting than our lives. We would try.
We'll have stuff to talk about. So what we've been talking about doing is featuring makers on our podcast and like kind of throwing around ideas and talking about just anything that has to do with making. So be on the lookout for more announcements of that. So you can get more help and listen to us talk about making cool stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And Brad, thank you so much for being our viewer. He's asking, which is totally fair. He says podcasts are good, but CNC is kind of all visual stuff. How would you show troubleshooting via a podcast audio? So we would probably take this away from troubleshooting, and it would be more of like a fun,
that's what we would
like
thinking about.
informative kind of other makers. Here's what makers are doing.
Yeah, short little like 10 or 15 minute little clips of like highlighting projects and talking about cool things in the community and stuff like that, and then pairing it with postings with pictures and stuff in the marketplace.
We've also talked about
marketplace stuff, actually videotaping it too.
Yeah, this would be different from the troubleshooting.
Yeah, it would be different. So we're still going to do the troubleshooting. Like,
right.
That's still going to be a thing. And with the troubleshooting, we know that that's during the day, but it's during the day in the U.S. and Canada. But we have international customers too. So we're thinking about maybe moving the times around, but it's hard if we move the times around for people to know exactly when they are.
Yeah, because I also feel too like after work, people are busy with family.
Yeah.
And like, we're not getting paid enough to do on the weekend.
Yeah, well.
Not yet.
That's true. Well, we have talked about doing classes on the weekend, which is something else that we talked about. And so that is something that we do want to do on the weekends. Well, we
Brad
don't want
says
to do
he's
the
from
lives
Canada.
on the weekends, but it's hard to do events on the weekends too. Not only is it a payment thing, but it's people showing up thing. Honestly.
I was joking.
I know you are. I know you're joking. But like, I've done conferences and events and stuff like that, and when you do them on the weekends, it's really hard to have people participate. Honestly, it's hard because everybody's doing their own stuff. I'm doing my own stuff. Peyton's doing her own stuff. Everybody who's out there doing projects and working on stuff. Not everybody works on them on the weekends, and it's kind of everybody works on their own time. So we're trying to figure out the best time that we want to move it. And maybe what we could do is if this time isn't working, then we could post something in the group and kind of find out a time that would work better for everybody.
Yeah, Brad, what's your optimal time?
But at the same time too, like we can't do it every night. Like a lot of people work maybe at like 10 p.m., but we can't do 10 p.m. every single week. So
Right.
It makes it kind of tough to like figure it out. That's why we were thinking about podcasts and that have these times where you can ask questions and then be able to submit those questions ahead of time too. That's why we wanted to be able to have that. So you could submit your question and then we can answer it and then you can go back and watch it later and you can see your question answered. So
yeah, because we were thinking of doing some video recording of our podcast, but I think that would be completely different than troubleshooting.
Yeah, it would be.
So
we might do like a call-in or something like that.
I would love that.
I think that's something that Peyton was talking about. Where you can call, leave a voicemail message, and then we can play it, and then talk about projects and troubleshooting on there.
So gently rib you.
So yeah, instead of Terrace a new one, that's fine too. Yeah.
Okay, so we do have one question, one real question from Edward.
What's up, Ed?
Could do with a hand.
In Australia. Whoa! Thanks for joining, Brett. That's awesome.
Aw, it's so nice.
Yeah. Thanks for starting your morning with us and drinking coffee.
Okay, Edward says, could do with a hand getting ground control to work on Ubuntu 20, and then there's like a sad sort of slanty face.
So, Linux, I'm not a Linux expert. I played around with a Linux computer in college. I had one. But I don't know tons about Linux. And I also, unfortunately, don't know tons about ground control either. I've been using Makerverse and CNCJS with the M2 and 3D printing, and I don't have a lot of experience with the Maslow on ground control. And we are working on the next version of Makerverse is going to have the integration of the Maslow in it, which we're super pumped about. And that is in like the final stages.
Yeah, it's really close to being released,
it's
right?
Like super close to being in the app stores and everything and being released. And that is going to have way easier calibration and all that kind of stuff. So you can send us a message or you can post it in this group on the ground control, like what specific problem that you're having.
Or come on Zoom on Thursday.
If it's crashing or something like that, like I'm not really sure. I know that there's a lot of great stuff in the Maslow forum too about ground control, but if it depends, like, is it a problem with it calibrating on your Maslow? Is it just like crashing and not opening in Ubuntu? I'm not sure, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, Edward.
You
but
can
we
join
do have
the live stream.
The Zoom.
The Zoom. Zoom live stream on Thursday. Yeah, if you can, and then talk about it, and we can talk about some of those problems, and you can specifically like talk about what issues you're having or something like that. Or you can post that question and we can talk about it in that training too. Because we post all those trainings on our YouTube channel. So you can go back and watch those later too.
Yeah, and Edward, I will send you a link to that in the comments where you asked your question.
Yeah, we'll make sure and see if we can get what exactly is going on what issues you might be having. Like, is it crashing or whatever it could be?
Okay, he says he's going to come on Thursday, so perfect.
Awesome. That'll be perfect. Yeah, and then we'll troubleshoot with you and see if we can get it running. And see if we can get to the bottom of it, for sure.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. Well. There are any more questions from anybody?
You know, I've lost us. So let me.
You've lost us.
Well, I just accidentally closed the tab that I was viewing the questions in. But no. Edward just says he's going to be there, and then Brad says there will never be a time that would be best for everyone.
That's true.
Haha. So just do what you do. Whoever makes it, makes it. Wise words from Brad there.
Thanks, Brad. Yeah, no, that's what we've been. I mean, it's one of those things that's like just do it, and then we'll see how it works. And then if we get a whole bunch of people that want to do a new one, then we kind of the same thing is like when we start and the 3D printer gets shipped, we're going to start doing 3D printing live streams too in the same way. And unfortunately, everybody can't make them, but those of you that can, we hope to see you there. And then if not, like, post your questions before, and we'll talk about it. And then you can see us talking about those questions and stuff like that afterwards.
I think too, and Brad says like it's just easier for him to do it in the evenings, and I think too if we get a lot of people saying that, like, we can make that a priority.
Yeah, it just shifts around because like it's in the middle of the night or super early in the morning. Like Brett just said, it's 5 a.m. in Australia, so yeah, it's hard to see like what time's going to be best because I think this is evening in Europe right now.
Right, and our thinking for this time was like people in Europe could still see it, and then it could maybe be lunch hour for some of the people in the States.
Yeah, so you could maybe like hop in for a little bit and see what's going on or post your question or something like that. So, yeah.
Totally.
Cool. All right, well, thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Stay tuned for all the details of our holiday contest that we'll be posting. Congratulations again to Gabriel for winning. And stay tuned. Hopefully next week, the plan is to be interviewing a maker. So stay tuned for details of that, too, to have somebody else on here. Or if not, that might be an evening thing, too, if that works out better for the maker that we're talking to.
Totally.
So,
totally.
Stay tuned. And even if we're not, if we're going to be interviewing them later, we'll still pop in for a couple minutes at the same time every day. So, same time, same channel.
Hey, see you next week.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.
Have a good one. Happy making. And go vote.